Howdy guys, hope everyone's enjoying their day. Today I wanted to give a tour of our property here. Got some little bit of cleanup to do on it still, but this is 14 point something acres. There's this trash pile of stuff that I've been going through. I've got to clean up. There was an old trailer here at one point or something, and the previous owner just left it, never cleaned it up. So I've been working on that. I need to bring my trailer in to get it loaded up and take it to the dump. But so we got 3 of our hammocks right here. We got a hammock right over here. Tent. I was planning on putting water in this tank right here, setting it up a little bit elevated and using it for water for a toilet or something. But our tent has some of our sleeping stuff in it. Most of the time the kids just sleep out in the hammocks as long as the weather's good. We typically don't come camping up here if weather's not good anyway. This is the connection to the septic tank underneath here. And the tank actually sits down over here. The power pole that was over here, you can see the power lines, has the wire wrapped up in a bundle. You can see right there. And so it actually stretched out to over here where you see this berm built up. And there was a power pole in the ground right there with a meter and all that on it. It was actually hooked up to a trailer that was over here about 5 years ago. That septic tank hasn't even been used yet. It's brand new. They hooked their trailer up, weren't even able to, they didn't use it because they were going to be doing a well, and that ended up not getting done. By the seller of the property promised to do a well and they chose not to, so they backed out of the contract, and then I ended up getting it. But let's see if I can block that. So it goes back over here. We've got some 4-wheeler trails throughout. Comes back over here to this fence. I wanted to do this video again because it's springtime and it's prettier and green instead of dead and ugly. It's the neighbor's fence line for their sheep, but the fence line continues on forward more, and the property line on this portion ends up here. So I made a 4-wheeler trail right over here for the kids to be able to ride on. Plan to come through here and clear more trees off, level it out a bit. But here is one of the 4-wheeler trails. I'll take a walk down it. Remember, the property goes back further this direction. But here's one of the 4-wheeler trails. Keep zooming around. I have this on wide angle view, so it might look a little bit different. Have it on wide angle so you can see more at a time. I know it takes up a bigger file size, but that's all right. Kids like riding the 4-wheeler down in here. Plan to make some more trails up throughout here. In that area, there's like a little ravine that comes down through right here. We'll come up here. Not at the top yet. I don't know if you guys can see it on the video that there's a hill. Maybe if I do this, you can kind of start to see that dips down pretty decently. Maybe you can see across through there too. But I want to come through this forest with a bush hog cut down a lot of these vines and these small plants that grow between the trees. Clear out the logs from the fallen trees. Pile them up, cut some up for firewood and burn some. But most of this property is wooded. It's got various types, oak, pine, some others. Here's another trail that shoots off. Right over here, a four-wheeler trail. Wraps around and down this way. Won't take it all the way down it, but we are going down a hill right now. I don't know if the video picks it up or not. It's so hard to tell in a video a lot of times. But it wraps down around this way. And then you can see right over here, that was a little chicken coop or rabbit area or something. Right down over here. But then this road goes right back up there to the flat portion of the property. So I'll come back over here. Let me make it a little bit faster. I'll run up this hill. Okay. I'll walk down this trail more. I'm going to show you around a little bit as I walk. Every so often. But what I want to do with this is put more trails throughout. Thin the trees out a little bit. Clear some more land so that I can plant a garden. I want to plant some fruit trees. I want to get it fenced off so that I can have some animals. At my other property, we already got chickens and stuff. But, so, the trail continues on straight this way, and also curves around this way. I'll take you straight first, and then I'll come back and we'll circle around this direction. So the property does go up here further. Does go up this direction further. And part of the property does have a cemetery on it. The portion of the cemetery is not taxable property, so there's not as much that you gotta pay in taxes. So these things that I have going across the road right here is about the end of the back of the property line. Right in this area. It cuts across. There is a chain link fence over there. Not sure if you guys can see it yet or not. But back in there is a chain link fence, which is the cemetery. I would say that cemetery that is up there, about half of it is, not quite half of it is on the property. So it's like half of it's on this property, half of it's on someone else's. But there's some really pretty vegetation that grows through here, which I really like and enjoy. This is not something we had back west. So we came from that direction originally. Now we're coming back through. The trail cuts down across this way. It takes a left turn. But I'm heading, like I said, up that trail that goes straight. Because this takes us to the other edge of the property. Show around a little bit, just more trees and vegetation. And I made most of these four-wheeler trails. I need to come back through here with the lawnmower. So the property line comes down here. Goes down here almost to the bottom of the hill. I'll walk down here and show you. But then there's this power line easement that comes through, which there's a tree stand clear at the far end of the property. And it looks right through this easement, so if you wanted to do whatever, you can. I was gonna make a trail right along here, following the line of the property, kind of offset. Of course, property line's down a little bit further, but I wanted to keep it at the top of the hill and make a road straight across through there. So we'll walk back over and come over to this trail again. This video is probably going to be 20 minutes long or so. So there's that little four-wheeler trail right here, and then there's this one as well. That way the kids can choose either direction, whatever they feel is more enjoyable for them. Stop for a minute so you can kind of enjoy it. All right, let's be on our way some more. Just remember, it goes out that way to where that easement is. Okay, and then it comes down over here. Trail either splits that way or it continues on this way. Sorry for the shakiness, guys. But right up here in just a minute, we're gonna hit another road that turns off that way and connects into one of the main roads that brings you onto the property. It's right up here. I need to pull that tree out. Some of these other ones too. I had it all cut down, but they're starting to grow again. So this right here ties onto this road. This is typically the road, as you can see, where it's worn out more, where the kids ride the four-wheeler. We just came from that direction on the trail right next to this one. Came up around right over here. So there's this road right here that leads to the main road to get into the property, and it follows up there, and then the flat portion of the property sits back clear pretty far back up in there. See if I can get down a little further and give you a better shot. You can maybe see the tent up there. Right. Where? Let's see if I can get my hand in here. Right up there. Hopefully you can see it. Boom. It's kind of hard when it zoomed in right in there. Anyway. Zoom out. And it curves back around this way and goes to the main dirt road that takes you onto the property from off the paved road. Paved road is that way. Where we saw that easement, the paved road is just past there. But I'll take you back around this way. Follow this trail back down the direction that we were going before. Kids got to be careful taking some of these turns, just because they get kind of sharp. And then there's trees like right there, like this little hump right there, and if they're not careful they'll slide into that. So I just need to take that tree out. But come down this trail once in a while, not too often. I'll take you to the tree stand next. So now again we're walking towards the main road to get you up to the top of the property, where it curves around this direction and goes up to the top. We're gonna swing it right here though. I don't know what way it shows up on you guys' screen, but it's my right that we just took a turn on. stop right here for a minute where we have some of this clearing, where it's cleared out a bit more, so you can kind of have a better view. So, came from right there. This is where it goes up, where the tent and stuff's at. So it's a pretty good shot. If you were to sit up here, there are deer that come through here. Maybe I can see some tracks when I'm walking this way, if I can pay attention to it. But I did see some tracks like right up here when we first got here. I like to look and see what's been coming through. There were some looked like turkey tracks and some deer tracks. So there's definitely wildlife that comes through here. But I've seen tracks through this area too a few times. Of course, whenever it rains, it washes that out. Oh, here we go. There's some bird tracks, it looks like. No, deer tracks, sorry, not bird tracks. I'm used to mule deer, they're a little bigger. Once I got close enough to it, I could see the hoof prints. I don't know if you can see them right here. Going up through here. Cut across right here. It's a better shot of one. Some more. There's definitely deer and turkey and stuff that come through here. Probably raccoons too, I would guess. This is where the main dirt road takes you onto the property and go up this way, down up onto the hill. It's so beautiful right now. Treehouse is over this direction. I'm going to take you over to it. Then we'll loop back around if I can, without killing myself in these pokey vines. So we get in deeper a little bit up in here. There are some really pokey vines that are growing up by the tree that has the tree stand, just so you're aware. I like this area though. It's this is kind of where I like to go to spend some alone time. Nestled back in here. I kind of cleared it out a little bit. So there's this skinny little trail coming through here. Here's that tree with the tree stand. I don't think this video is really going to do justice on how big this tree is. It's a decent sized tree. But the tree stands right up in there. Right up in there. It's a pretty good sized tree stand. It's probably about 6 foot by 6 foot. At least. If not bigger. But you can see all these little vines that grow. And they have these thorns on them. See those thorns? Ouch. Trust me, that hurts when you run into them. So this takes us up kind of by the easement. Right up in here. Gotta be careful this time of the year because snakes start to come out. All these vines. And those are the sharp, pokey ones that I do not like. So that tree stand used to, some of these trees didn't used to be as high, and so that tree stand would overlook the power line easement. So if I cut some of these trees back again, then I'll have a pretty good line of sight. Ouch. If I can get myself untangled from these vines. There we go. Okay. Here's that power line easement again. As you can see. So the property comes down this direction. It goes down over here. I can do this without getting ticks on me. I actually haven't found ticks on me but one time treading through this stuff, surprisingly. And it would have been easier just to turn back. There's a lot of pokey stuff. So this part that I'm actually walking on is not my property line. The property line is just right along over here. I don't want to walk through all that crap. Not that this is really that much better, but all right. Slowly making our way through. Wonder how often they come through and mow down these easements. You'd think they would to be able to service the power lines. So here's the main dirt road that takes you in and it ties into the paved road. And our property line basically follows this around and boom, ties right in here along this edge to that dirt road. So basically that easement goes back up there and then property, so it does kind of have a little corner on it right here, and it pretty much has a straight line. It goes down the road quite a bit. I'm out of shape. So we'll just follow along this road. I'll walk up this road until we get to about the other edge of the property line. Maybe I should walk on this side so that you guys can get a better view of the property. It's the property all along this side. See if I can see any deer tracks over here. And there's the road to get in. I need to come through here and smooth it out. But curves right up around this way, then goes and curves back up around that way to go up to where the tent's at. So let's see if I can cut across in the right spot. Sounds like there's a deer or something over there. Posted no hunting. I do shoot on this property too, that main road to go in. It's where I practice my target shooting. I want to clear off some of the trees that go along so I can have a straight shot. That way I can have a good 100 yards or so to shoot at least. I want to eventually make a line that goes clear from the one side of the property to the other so I can have a straight line and have a few 100 yards. So I can do more distance shooting. I wonder if that was a turkey or what. Deer, I don't know. So it goes up to a little past this power line right up here. Listen to the beautiful birds and bugs. The neighbor's dog likes to bark at us every time we come. It's a timid little thing though. Posted no hunting. So we'll cut through right in here. This is about the edge of the property line, pretty close to it. Not exact, but close to it. There's a clearing that, actually this is the edge because this clearing is the edge of the property line. So I'll give you a view back the other direction. That way you can maybe kind of see the distance a little bit. Remember where we came from on that road down over there, past the curve? It's past that curve and curves up around a little bit further. And now we'll head back up this way and get to the point that we started from. And I'll show you down that other road just a little bit. I'd like to clear out some more trees right along this edge here so that I can build a road that goes right up this hill. Kind of a steep hill, but it doesn't snow really or anything like that around here, and this is sandy soil. It's not really clay, so you're not gonna get stuck very easily. Sun's just in the wrong spot. You can see we're walking up a hill. don't know how well you can tell, but alright. Almost getting back to the point that we started. Here's the tent. So we'll cut across right up here. And this just follows along. Boom. Go straight up that way. Alright, and we are back. So you know, that's the tent. That's a 14-foot by 15-foot tent. Base X 305, or sorry, 203. Military tent. Here's my beautiful wife. And my handsome son. Chilling out on his phone when he's got all this stuff that he can play on. And instead he's on his phone. No, not right now. Remember the steering's messed up? I need to oil lubricate the steering. But there we go. It goes back down this way, turns around that way, and goes to that main dirt road that I showed you. So guys, that's a walk around of the property. Mostly. I didn't get to the back. I didn't get clear to the back edge of the property back there. It's alright. I don't really feel like treading through all those trees and vines. So hope you enjoyed this video. Follow along as I make improvements on it. Or who knows, I may end up selling it. Alright.